Yeah. Okay, so when we talk about variables, okay, so variables can represent two types of values. One that it stores, okay, the value that it will hold, that we will store in a variable. For example, in this case, we have zero. Okay, this is one value, and the other value can be the address. Okay, the address of the variable. Okay, so whenever we talk about variables, we actually it represents two types of values. One is the one it holds, and the other is the address of the particular variable. Okay, now you see, so this is a code snippet. Okay, this is a code snippet. So what do we have here? We have a main function, then we have it declared one variable v of type integer, and it holds a value 0. So v contains 0. Okay, now next is the printf statement. So it will simply print the value that is stored in v. But here what do we have? What are we trying to display? We are not trying to display the value that is stored in v, rather we are trying to display ampersand v. So what value will it show us? The address. Okay, so if you omit this ampersand from here, suppose you don't have this ampersand here, okay, if you only write v, then it will display the value that is stored in v, that is 0. But here we have an ampersand, so here ampersand v means the address, so it is pointing to the address. Okay, it will simply display the address that v is pointing to. Okay, so when you will run this program, this is the output that you are likely to get. Okay, and every time you run it, you will get different types of different addresses. Okay, dynamic addresses every time you run the same code. Okay, you might get different addresses also, you might get same address also, it depends. Okay, but it keeps changing. Anyways, now I think this is clear. I think we were only talking about ordinary variable. I have not started anything with pointers, so I guess it is clear. Okay, I just did a brush up of a of an ordinary variable and what the ampersand symbol signifies when used with variable name. Okay, is it clear till here?
Uh,
Okay, now we start with pointers. Okay, now we start with a pointer variable. So before that, let's just go through the definition here. Okay, see, a pointer in C is a variable that stores address of another variable. So a pointer is also a variable. Okay, but how is it different from any ordinary variable? An ordinary variable will hold an ordinary value. Okay, but pointer variables hold addresses of some variable. Okay, a pointer can also be used to refer to another pointer function. A pointer can be incremented or decremented, that is, to point to the next or previous memory location. The process of pointer is to save memory space and achieve faster execution time. Okay, so let's try to understand with an example here. You see, this is how we declare pointer variables. Okay, so what does this statement mean when we write this? Okay, okay, let me just add one more statement above. Say int a. Okay, we have two statements now. One is int a, and then we have int pointer aptr equal to ampersand a. So what does these two statements mean? See, first what have I done is I have declared a ordinary variable a of type integer. Okay, this is known to you all. You all understand this. Next, look at the second statement. What I have done is I have assigned, look at the right side expression. What is this? Ampersand a. So what does this mean? Ampersand a means the address. Okay, the address of the variable a. So what have I done is I have tried to assign the address of this variable a inside the pointer variable. So this is the pointer variable aptr, or you can also separate these two statements like this. I think this is better. See, this is any ordinary variable declaration, okay, and this is a pointer variable declaration. When you are to declare a pointer variable, just you can use you can use any name for it. Okay, you can use any name for it, just because this two will be linked. Okay, I will be pointing to variable a. That is why I have just differentiated it with aptr. Okay, that means it is a pointer to the variable a. That is why I have just named it as aptr. You can give any name to it. You can even give x, y, z, anything. You can even give b, c, d. Okay, it is just a variable, so you can give any odd name, variable name. But how will you differentiate it from the ordinary variable? Using the asterisk symbol at the beginning. Okay, so this is the first difference that you have to note. Ordinary variables are simply given simple name followed, okay, uh, and preceded by the data type. Here also we have a data type followed by the asterisk symbol followed by the pointer variable name. And then this is the next statement. Okay, this is the next statement. So just let's leave it here. Just let's not just concentrate at this. Okay, just I have just commented this part. So when int a will be executed, okay, a space will be allocated for a. Okay, so this is the space. Let us just leave it blank for the time being. Okay, let's just leave it blank. So as soon as this is executed, int a, okay, 4 bytes of memory will be allocated for the variable a. Okay, and since this is a memory location, so it's obvious that it will have a memory address also. So suppose say the address of a is 10001. Okay, and this address has been named as a. So this is the memory location which has been named as a, and here we will be storing some integer type of values. Okay, a maximum size of 4 bytes. Next, what we have is int aptr, in pointer aptr. So again, we have a pointer type of variable here. Okay, this is another variable aptr, which has been assigned 4 bytes of memory again. Okay, so this also will have some address. This will also have some address. Say for example 1 0. Say let's give it some other addresses 30003, because it's a variable. Okay, it's a memory location, so this will also have some memory address. Say the memory address is 30003 for aptr, and for a the memory address is 10001. Okay, so we have done declaration part. Now look at the third statement that I have written. So what have I done here is I have assigned, just hold on. Okay, okay, see, so look at the third statement now. So we have successfully declared the ordinary variable here and then the pointer variable here. Now, if you look at the diagrams, if you look at the internal representation, it looks the same. Yes or no? A and APTR, apart from the names that I have given to them and apart from the memory addresses that they are, pointing to, everything looks the same. Yes, because just as APTR is also a variable. Now, how are we going to differentiate it? Now, if I am to store something inside A. Suppose I write A, okay, let me just write it here. A equal to 100. Okay, so what have I done is I have initialized the value 100. I have initialized A with 100. That means I have stored 100 inside A. Okay, so I can write this inside A. Is that fine? Is it clear till here? Just look at this part.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Look at this now. What brings the difference? This statement brings the difference now. Okay, between ordinary variable and a pointer variable. Okay, what I have done is, so as far as the definition is concerned, what did we learn from the definition? That pointer variable is just like a ordinary variable. Difference lies in the pointer variable will hold the address of some other variable. That is the only difference. Variables, ordinary variables hold values, okay, normal regular values, but pointer variables will hold addresses of some other variable. Okay, so that is what we have to do. So this is an ordinary variable with address 10001, and this is a pointer variable with address 30003. So as you can see, this variable holds a value 100. It's fine. But what is this pointer variable supposed to hold? It cannot hold any ordinary value. It has to hold some address. So how are we going to assign address to this variable? By writing a statement like this. So what have we written is ampersand a. So you know that ampersand always returns the address of that particular variable. Okay, with which it is written. So ampersand a means it is simply pointing to the address, memory address. So what is ampersand a? Ampersand a means 10001. If I only write a, okay, if I only write a means what? A is 100. Okay, just concentrate on the difference a and ampersand a means the value that is stored in a. So if I write a will only represent 100. I have to store address inside this pointer variable aptr and not any ordinary value. Okay, so here we will have to make use of the ampersand symbol. So ampersand a means it is 10001, not 100. So where will I store this 10001? In APTR. So once this value is assigned to APTR, it simply means that here this value has been successfully stored inside APTR. Now if you look at this two, what do you see? A contains 100 with an address of 10001. APTR with an address of 30003 contains this address. And what is this address? This address is of the variable A. Yes or no? Is it clear? Is it clear till
Yes,
here?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this is the difference. Okay. Variable and pointer, a value stored in a named storage or memory address. Okay. And now what is a pointer? It's a variable that points to the storage or memory address of another variable. So A is pointing to this particular memory location, right? But APTR is pointing to which memory location? To A. Okay, because A holds a value 10001, which is nothing but this particular memory location. So A PTR is pointing towards this particular storage or memory address. Okay, is that fine? Now we have already seen how we declare pointers. There will be this. Okay, so what does this mean now? We have also mentioned the data type int. You know what int a means. Int a means a is any ordinary variable which will hold integer type of value, right? Now what is int pointer aptr? Why have we written this int here? This means aptr is a pointer variable which will point at some memory location that is holding an integer type of value. Is that clear? Here int means we are not storing integer type of value here, no. Int a pointer aptr means aptr is a pointer variable which is pointing to some memory address, okay, which is pointing to the memory address of some other variable which is holding an integer type of value. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the declaration. Okay, we have already seen. Okay, now let us go through. Okay, these are some examples. Okay, these are some examples of pointer variable declaration. Okay, in pointer ptr thing. Okay, these are some examples how you can have any types of any data type. Okay, any data type with a pointer variable. Let us look at one example here. See, this is one example we have. Okay, int a equal to 10. So a is an ordinary variable of type integer and we are storing a value 10. Okay, then we have a pointer variable declaration here, int pointer p. Okay, and then what are we doing is we are assigning the address of a in p. So this pointer variable p now holds the address of a. That means p is pointing to a now. Okay, okay, this is just like the previous example I showed you. Now we have two printf statements here. One, we are trying to display the address stored in variable p. Okay, the address that is stored in variable p. So we have stored a value inside p, and what is that value? It is nothing but address of the variable a. Okay, so when this statement will be executed, you see we will be, what will we have? We will simply have the value that p is holding. That means what is that value? It is nothing but the address of memory of the storage pointed by a. Okay, the variable a, it is just the memory address of a that is inside p. So when this statement will be executed, it will simply show us the address, okay, that is stored inside p. And this statement, look at this statement, a value stored in a variable p. Okay, now what is the difference between these two statements? You see, address stored in variable p and value stored in variable p. Now this is very important that you should understand. So before just going through this, let me again go to the previous example and show you one difference. Okay, see, if you want to display this value, okay, if you want to display the value that is stored in a, how are you going to show it? You will simply write what? Printf value stored in a is equal to percent d. So I will be writing some printf statements just to show you the difference. Okay, so you are to display the value that is stored inside a. Okay, and how you, if you write this, if you write this a, what does this mean? It will simply display you the value that is stored in a, that is 100. Okay, it will simply give you the value 100. This is the result that you will get. Now suppose you want to value, okay, I will write two different statements. A value stored in, okay, address, not value, sorry, address stored in p, aptr, sorry, aptr, okay, equal to percent d. So if I write this, okay, if I write this, you also have to make sure of this part. No, what are you writing? Are you writing only ampersand, or you are writing p, or you are writing asterisk? That you have to be sure. Suppose I want to display the address that is stored in APTR. So what is the address stored in APTR? 10, sorry, this should not be P, this should be APTR, sorry. Okay, you only want to display the value or the address that is stored in APTR. Okay, so if you write only APTR, AP, just like A, if you write only A, what will it show you? The value. So if you write only APTR, it will also show you the value. So what is the address that is stored, or what is the value that is stored in APTR? It is 10001. That is the address of A. Again, printf value stored in aptr equal to percent d. But here I have written a pointer aptr. The difference lies in this. Okay, this and this. Here I simply wrote aptr. So when you write aptr, it simply means the value that is stored inside aptr, that is 10001. If you write pointer aptr, it means that the address, okay, it represents the value that is stored in the address inside APTR. That means if you only write APTR, it simply denotes 10001. But if you write pointer APTR, it means the value that is stored in this particular memory location. So what is the value? What is this value? Okay, pointer means the value that is stored in this particular memory location, okay, pointed by APTR. Okay, so APTR is pointing to A because it holds the address. Okay, so if I talk about the value that is stored in this pointer variable, it clearly means I'm talking about 100. That means the value that is stored in this particular memory location that APTR is holding. So this will return us the value 100. Is it clear or not? Let me write down another printf statement so that you don't get confused. Here I have written address stored in, sorry, address of A. Address of A. Address of A is person, that is ampersand. Usually addresses are unsigned, so you can also write U. Okay, but anyways, address of A. So ampersand A. So just look at this difference. Okay, here I have written A and here I have written ampersand A. So if you write A, it will simply display you the value. If you write ampersand A, it will display you the address of that particular variable. So what is the address? 10001. Okay, here I have tried to display APTR. So when you display APTR, APTR is simply the value. And pointer APTR means the value which is pointed by this particular value which is stored inside APTR. Okay, that is 100. So have you understood the difference between each of these four, sorry, yeah, difference between these four statements? Any doubts?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Clear? Is it clear? Okay. Okay.
Clear, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here also it is the same thing. So when just I will share this note. Okay, this just try to execute this and see. We have a variable a. Okay, we have a variable a whose value is 10. A will also have some address, yes or no, and that address has been stored in p now. So p contains the address of a. Okay, so now when you want to simply display the address that is stored in p or the value that is stored in p. Okay, if you write simply p here, it will simply give you the value or the address that is stored inside p. That means the address of a. Okay, but if you write pointer p, it will point to that particular value. Okay, that the address inside p is pointing at. Okay, that means P is pointing at whom? A. And what is the value stored in A? 10. So this will give you a 10. Okay, so if you look at this output, you see address stored in P is this. So what is this address? This is the address of the variable A. Okay, so A contains 10 as a value and the very address of A is 60FF08. Okay, and what is the value stored in p? So if you write asterisk p means the value that is stored in this particular memory address that p holds. Okay, so what is the value stored in this particular memory address? This is nothing but the address of a. And what is a holding? 10. So it will return you a 10. You can simply execute this program and check. Is that clear? So we have two operators here in pointer that you have seen. We have already used ampersand operator, you know this. It returns the address of a variable. And what is this pointer actually? First we will declare. It has two purpose. Okay, first it is used to declare a pointer. Okay, otherwise the pointer name and pointer variable name and ordinary variable name would look the same. Just to differentiate between the two, we add an asterisk symbol in front of just before the pointer name, pointer variable name. And second is it returns the value of the referenced variable. That means to whichever variable this pointer is pointing to. Okay, referenced variable is the particular pointer variable is referring to some other variable. Okay, so when you write this pointer, it means that to whichever variable, to whichever ordinary variable the pointer variable is referring to, okay, that particular variable's value will be returned. So it has only two purpose while this has one. Is that clear? So this okay, in next class I will show you a few more examples using pointers, and then it will be done. Okay, tomorrow do you have any free period? Tomorrow you don't have any C programming class, but do you have any free period? Are you free at 10 or 10:15 tomorrow?
No, ma'am, we have class at 10.
Then what about 9:30?